Hey friends, welcome to this week's Mystic Moment. I am standing here at the Drala Mountain Center, getting ready to start a short meditation retreat. I'm hoping maybe you can see the land. It's so beautiful. I'm going to be walking over here. I'll still be near the stupa, but I'm going to be away from others coming in to meditate for a while. So the topic this week is vision. And what I wanted to address with it is the importance of having vision in life. Vision is a interesting idea, isn't it? Because when you're talking about growing spiritually, which is largely those of you watching this video and the reason you're connected with me, there can be a really big stress on the being quality, the dropping into this present moment in such a way that the illuminations, the insights, the freedom, the peace, the joy, that everything emerges from this quality that we call being. And it can make it a little tricky to then say, well, what does it mean to have vision for my life? Because if I'm in the fullness of the present moment, isn't vision for my life something that I'm not yet in? James Allen said, and I might be quoting it wrong, I'm doing it from memory, but you'll get the gist of it. The ideal that you hold in your heart, the vision you hold in your mind, this you will live your life by. This you will become. The paradox of this is as we drop into the present moment, as we awaken to the fullness of our being in every moment, there is simultaneously a becoming quality that is the juice of our lives, that is the expression of us as the divine in motion. And when you look at vision, if it's life-giving, it will always be very deeply connected. I know I use this word fragrance a lot, but it seems appropriate here. Deeply connected to the fragrance of being that you find yourself in the moment. I'll give you an example. When I was little, one of the things I loved more than most everything else was to sing. And I would love singing in choir. I would love singing at home, and I loved singing out in nature. I loved making up songs out in nature. That was one of my favorites. And that was a quality of my being, of the beingness of my own lived life as Kimberly and as Source, right? Wouldn't you know that my life has a lot to do with sound, chanting, singing, communicating, writing. And there were brief moments when I had a vision of being a professional singer, that I really wanted to be. I'll be honest with you, I wanted to sing like Olivia Newton-John. I wanted to be kind of like her. And in that, I always met with this dead end. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I could never live into it. I could never become it. And so I never pursued being a professional singer. And then I land in a monastery where I am singing and chanting for 5, 6, 7 hours a day. Probably more like 5 hours because we did a lot of reciting and things like that as well. But it became a vision for my life that I was given the grace to let be a guiding force in what was meant to happen with my life. And I was mature enough or sensitive enough to notice where it got bigger in spirituality and where it went nowhere in regular singing of popular songs to lots of people. So I wonder if you have a vision for your life. And if so, is it flexible? Is it alive? Is it dynamic? And if not, why not? Are you afraid that if you had a vision, you would move into a sense of lack and grasping? I was listening recently to another podcast of Joe Dispenza, and he said something quite eloquent to this end. He said, oftentimes in life, we are focusing on what we have been instead of focusing on what we are becoming. What if you framed every day with that question? What am I becoming today? What am I becoming? What am I in the process of becoming? That's a gentle and a soft way to help yourself learn how to recognize a vision for your life. Now, as I was walking up to the stupa here, there are a few of you in this group that were in Spain with me, and we had a couple very powerful moments chanting Loka Samasta, and I found myself chanting it all the way up the path. So at the end of this video, I'm going to do a very light set of pictures to show the walk up to the stupa, which can be a little bit of an embodiment of walking into and as the vision becoming for your life. And if I'm able to upload it okay, the Loka that you hear me chanting is inside of the stupa. Blessings, my friends. May you live with vision.